When I knew in my heart that Christ was calling me to be his exclusively, I also innately knew that this was a radical invitation. I know when I felt called to religious life, I really didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what it would sound like, and I read the essential elements of religious life. And I read that document and found that it really resonated with what he was calling me to, which was a community life, so living in common with my sisters, which includes common prayer. So in our case, chanting the Psalms, the breviary together, and that outward sign. So the habit is that reminder to first and foremost, I think, to myself of who I am. I look down and I might stop speeding on the highway, and because I know that I'm representing the church in a very visual way for others.
In the renewal of religious life in the Second Vatican Council documents called religious to go back to their founding charism, because that's the life of our communities, is the Holy Spirit and that charism that he gave us. And confusion came when that was lost, when sight was lost of a community's founding charism. And there was a strong push to secularism, whereas a young woman would be, if she wants to give her life totally to the Lord, she wouldn't need to choose a secular life, because that's what she's already living. She would choose something radical, something else, where she's giving that up.
When I started to feel like I was called to religious life, I had asked my mom actually about, if she had known any sisters, and she had been working with sisters. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and so she had been working with sisters in Denver, and so she introduced me to these, to actually the community I'm in now, the Religious Sisters of Mercy, and they wore their habit, and I wasn't really searching for other places necessarily, but I couldn't have seen myself entering a community that didn't have that.
We are called because we are called in service to the church through this very gift of consecrated life. We're called to witness to others in the world. We're called to encourage others in the world. And the habit, at least for me, even before entering, was always a source of joy to see just the dignity of the person that was revealed through the habit, to the beauty of the habit, and beauty, as we know, reveals God.
I think young people today, we're looking around us at our world, and in so many ways, I can personally say, been there, done that. It's not working for me. We're all searching for happiness and fulfillment, and ultimately for intimate, exclusive, eternal love. And so I think, especially in our culture today, where we really are inundated with this sense of being alone, and a culture that is just really noisy, it takes a lot of work, and it really is miraculous, I think, for a young person to hear and discover the call.